So, here we are again. Another classic horror game gets a remake. And if you're sitting there thinking, oh great, another classic ruined by modern graphics, well, hold on to your pitchforks, because the Bloober team didn't actually mess it up. Surprising, I know. So, does the Silent Hill 2 remake live up to the hype? Or is it just another cash grab nostalgic bait? No spoilers, just a quick dive into why this town is still the worst vacation spot ever.
This whole town was our special place. Could Mary really be here?
The plot of Silent Hill 2 remains faithful to the original, with James Sunderland, the protagonist, venturing into the eerie town after receiving a mysterious letter from his dead wife. The game stays true to the emotional complexity and psychological themes that made the 2001 version a classic. This is a game where you stare at fog and question your life choices for hours on end. What makes the story of Silent Hill 2 so compelling is how it blurs the lines between reality and nightmare. The town of Silent Hill is morphed based on James's psyche, making you constantly question what is real and what is a manifestation of his guilt. Silent Hill 2's story remains as a traumatic experience, exploring guilt, grief, and all those other cheerful topics. The remake stays pretty faithful to the original's plot, and while there are a few new scenes, they don't drastically change the story. This remake doesn't deviate too much from the core narrative, though it does add new endings, giving players even more reasons to dive back in for a second or third playthrough. One of the most praised aspects of Silent Hill 2 has always been its deeply psychological storytelling, and the remake stays true to this. James Sunderland remains as tortured and complex as ever, haunted by grief and guilt.
Excuse me.
Bloober team did a fantastic job of enhancing the emotional depth of the characters. The voice acting, particularly for James, Angela, and Maria,
Do I look like your
has
girlfriend?
been significantly improved compared to the original. You can almost hear their mental breakdowns through your headphones. The only downside, some of the extra scenes might feel like extra padding, but if you're nostalgic for the awkward silences of early 2000s games, there's still plenty to go around.
Yeah.
From a gameplay perspective, Silent Hill 2 Remake does a solid job modernizing its controls. Gone are the clunky tank controls of years ago, and now replaced with an over-the-shoulder camera that feels fluid and natural. But fair warning, while the combat improvements are welcome, they sometimes make it a little too easy to predict enemy movements, lowering the overall tension. The scenery in Silent Hill 2 Remake does an excellent job of retaining the oppressive atmosphere of the original, while leveraging modern graphics to enhance the sense of dread. The town feels alive, decayed, and dangerous all at once. Whether you're wandering through the foggy streets or trapped inside a crumbling abandoned hospital. One of the standout aspects of the scenery is how detailed and grimy the world feels. From the decaying buildings to the broken streets, there's a real sense that Silent Hill is a place that has been abandoned for years, only to rot away. Bloober team has done a great job bringing that decrepit look to life with high-res textures and lighting effects that really sell the idea of a decaying, haunted town. So, does Silent Hill 2 Remake live up to the hype? I'd say yes. If you can get past your nostalgic love for clunky controls and grainy graphics, it's a faithful reimagining that modernizes the experience without stripping away the eerie, psychological horror that made the original a classic. While it might not surpass the original in every way, it still delivers an experience that any fan of this series should check out. Sure, you can nitpick about the fog being too HD or the new scenes feeling like extra baggage, but at the end of the day, this is Silent Hill 2 for a new generation. This is only a surface-level take on the Silent Hill 2 remake, and there is much more to discuss regarding the depth of the story and its characters. I will be doing an in-depth explanation of the story as well as comparing the original and the remake to really see if the remake is better than the original and what differences they have. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.
But you know